guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, what's up? My name is Caitlin, and today I have a fun tag video to do. At least I think it's a tag video. I don't know. The only person I've seen do is Kathleen Lights. I think she started it, but I don't know. But I'm gonna trying to say I'm gonna be talking about and I'm gonna do at the same time, but I'm gonna be talking about my top 3 in every makeup category. So this is gonna be kind of a longer video, so be prepared for that. But yes, I watched her do this and I thought it was very informative, and I liked hearing about her reasoning and everything, so I decided I was gonna do it too. So I'm gonna kind of go in order of application. So we're gonna start with primers. I am wearing at least one product from every category, and that's a lie, I'm not wearing eyeliner today, except for eyeshadow, because I tried a different palette out for the last video I filmed, which if you haven't seen already, go check out. That's the Lauralee Los Angeles and Aaron Weaver Candy Skies collab. It's right there, so I'm what was it called again? But yeah, so if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But anyway, diving in, we're gonna start with primers. The one I'm wearing today and the one that I wear every day. I wear a few primers every day usually, but today I'm only wearing one. I tend to wear a pore filling primer and a hydrating primer every day. Or sometimes I'll throw a Radiance primer in there too, whatever, whatever I'm feeling, but I wear this one every day. This is by Stila. This is the Sheer Illumination Lingerie Souffle Skin Perfecting Primer. It's a lot of words, but I love this thing. I have quite the divot in it. It smells good. It smells like fruits, but like frozen fruit, if that makes sense. If you go to Walmart or something and open the frozen fruit and you just smell it, that's what this smells like. I just said the word way too many times in that sentence. But anyway, I love this one. It just makes my skin look super soft. It blurs out the pores and it just looks so good. I love it. The next one I have is by Farsali. This is technically an oil, not a primer, but this is the Radiance Liquid Glass. I've used quite a bit of this too. If I want my skin to look brighter, I use this. I'm not using this today, but I love this. First of all, it smells amazing. You'll notice I tend to like products that smell good. Oh, it just smells so good. Super citrusy, but not like pine sol. It smells like good citrus, but I love this. It just makes my skin look super bright in a natural way, and it's just really good. I like it a lot. My last primer, try not to knock everything over when I grab this, is by Touch in Sol. This is the Icy Sherbert Primer. This one's fairly new to me, so I haven't used it a ton, but I just really like the way it makes my skin feel. It's more of a hydrating primer. I don't really love the way it smells. It smells kind of rosy, but it's just super good. It feels so hydrating on the skin. It feels cold and cooling. It wakes you up. I love it. Conjunction, these 3 primers in conjunction are amazing too. I know 3 primers is kind of overkill, but they all do something different. And sometimes I want all 3 of those things. So sometimes I use all 3. Okay, next category is foundation. So the one that I use the most is this one. This is the Nyx Cosmetics Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer. It's got SPF 50 in it. I use the shade Fair, which is the lightest shade. That's my biggest complaint with this, is there's 5 shades. There's not a lot of options. This shade is not a perfect match for me. It is a little too yellow, but I use it because I just love the way it makes my face look. It's just so, it's hydrating without looking overly glowy, but it's not too matte, and it just looks good, and I like it a lot. And yeah, they need more shades though, but it's really nice. I've obviously used pretty much all of it. I will definitely finish it. My favorite drugstore foundation, and possibly my favorite foundation, these 2. I love these 2, but this one is by e.l.f. This is my tried and true. I've used this so many times. I can't tell you how many of these I've gone through. I keep changing my shade though, just because I'm trying to find the perfect shade. And I think this one's pretty good. This is Pearl. I've used Ivory in the past, which was too yellow, and I used Snow, which was almost too pink, because I lean towards the pink, but there's definitely some neutral in my skin tone. But this one is so pretty. It's satin finish. It definitely is. This is going to give you a glow. but it's not too heavy. It's kind of a light to medium coverage. So if you want like heavy coverage, you're probably not gonna love this, but it just looks so good. I don't have to set this one, which was awesome. I always set my foundation, but sometimes if I just want to throw like foundation and concealer on and like my eyebrows or something to run out the door, I can't do that with this because it's not going to go everywhere. It's just so, love this. And the one I'm wearing today is technically a BB cream. This is just a little sample guide, but it's technically a BB cream, but I have the driest skin ever. And sometimes like foundation, even those two that I just talked about, can like emphasize that. So when I want something that's not going to do that, like I'm feeling extra dry, like today, I'll wear this because this doesn't cling to my dry patches at all. And it just looks really nice and really subtle. It's not the most coverage, but it is like full coverage for a BB cream. And I just feel like it does like give me a nice glow. So love this, recommend. This is like a good everyday foundation. This and the e.l.f. one are good every day, but basically like this would be winter and this would be summer is how I would look at it, or just days where I'm extra dry. What's next? Concealer. I have 3 concealers. Why am I saying that? Obviously I have 3. The one I'm wearing today and my favorite one, again, I only have a little baby guy because I'm out of my full size, but it's Tarte. This is the Tarte Shape Tape. You've heard millions of people rave about this, I'm sure, but I'm one of them that loves it. It's super full coverage. It's super brightening. It just looks nice. It doesn't crease. I mean, I said it with powder, but it just looks good. I love it. It's good for like eyeshadow base, all that fun stuff. Recommend. A good like drugstore alternative to it is one that I love too, which is by Morphe. This is, what are you even called? I don't know what this is called. It's just Morphe's concealer. I don't think they have more than one, but this is the shade C 1.25. It's just really good. Like, it's a good alternative. You can tell how different these colors are, but it's a good alternative. It's full coverage. It's hydrating. It's not going to crease. It looks good under the under eye. It takes care of like dark circles. Love. And this is like $6 now. Maybe like 10. I think it's like $10 opposed to the Tarte. I just said Tarte. The Tarte Shape Tape. And my last one is by Jeffree Cosmetics. This is the Magic Wand Concealer in the shade C2. I love this one because I feel like it's got my perfect undertone to it. It's like a rosy undertone with like neutral too. And it just brightens really well. I don't use this one on its own very often. I use this mainly to brighten my under eyes. Also, I feel like Sailor Moon when I have it, so you know, there's that. If you've ever seen Sailor Moon, they've got like those wand things, and this just looks like one of those. But you know, packaging aside, it is a very good product still. Powder. Okay, so for setting powder, again, we have 3. So this one is one that is sadly going away from us. So if you want this, definitely get it. This is more of my winter powder. This is by Becca. This is by Becca Cosmetics. It is the Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. I love this because I think they're like the first ones to do the net thing. A lot of other brands do it now too, but like I could be totally wrong in making that up, but this is the first powder I ever had that had this like little net in there that you can just dip your brush in. When you put this on your skin, it legitimately feels like you're putting water on your skin. Like, it's so soft, it's so cooling, but it gives just like this beautiful, flawless coverage. It does have a slight tint to it, so if you are worried about that, you might want to be careful. I think this is the shade Translucent though. I don't know, it doesn't have a shade name on there. I think there was only like a dark shade and a light shade if I remember correctly, but it does have a slight tint, so be careful of that. It definitely darkens things up a little bit for me because I'm so fair, but I still really like it. I use that one in the winter just because it's not the heaviest coverage of like powder, and in the winter I have super dry skin. I have dry skin all the time, but winter is worse, obviously, so I use that through like the whole winter because I want my makeup to not move, but I don't want to add any like extra crusty grossness to my face. Another one I love that I also only have a little baby guy of, it seems to be a common theme in here, is this. This is by KVD Vegan Beauty. This is the Locket Powder in Translucent. I do not hear like anyone talk about this, and it's so freaking good. Like, it keeps my makeup in place all day. It does not budge. It looks so good on the skin. Like, it's got a blurring effect to it. Love this. Highly recommend this. Going along with that, my favorite powder, which I like even more than that one, which is crazy, is the one I'm wearing today, and that is by Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filter. I have the shade Butter. There are quite a few shades in this. I think there's quite a few shades in the Kat Von D one, or KVD, sorry, it's no longer Kat Von D one. But this one I'm wearing today, and I feel like it just smooths out the skin so well. It definitely like blurs everything, it blends nicely, and it just looks so good. And it smells good, which doesn't matter in a setting powder, but it smells good. I do have one bonus powder to talk about, because it's not really a setting powder, but it's like a all-over powder. And that's this one. It is the Matte Radiance Baked Powder in the shade Highlight 01 from Laura Mercier. I use this just all over my face after I do my full face of makeup, before eyeshadow. After I do my face products, I put this on, and it just kind of like gives you that extra little glow. It's similar to like the Jaclyn Hill powders that she came out with, but it's in like a pressed form, and I just think it's really pretty. Like, it just gives you that extra little bit of glow, and I really like it. So I recommend that. It's not like unnecessary product, like you don't need it, but I like it and I think it's pretty. After that, I usually spray some setting spray, but we're gonna talk about setting spray at the end. Contour. Why do I keep telling you this? I have 3 contour products to talk about. The first one is just a single, and this is technically a blush. Like, it's a high definition blush from NYX. It's in the shade Taupe. I use this to contour my face like literally every day. I'm wearing it today. It just has the perfect gray undertone to it to give you that like nice shadow look without looking like a beard kind of thing. And I've obviously loved this. I've hit pan massively on there. They have changed the packaging on this. I do not know if it's reformulated. I'm very scared to find out, because if it's different, I might cry. These are super inexpensive, and they just look so nice. Like, they're smooth. They look nice, they blend very easily, and it just, again, it just has the right undertone. If you're like in my color range, check this out, because it's a good one. Okay. Also, I have, this is the old packaging, because it still says Kat Von D, but the KVD Shade and Light Contour Palette is amazing. This is newer to me. I had one before this, like the old packaging, but I recently got this one. Not really recently, it's been a few months, but so it doesn't look like I've used it a lot, but in my last one I literally hit pan in like 4 different shades. This is amazing too. I really like it. I don't like it as much as my Taupe blush, but this one's so good. It's just super soft, easy to blend, looks nice, lasts all day. I sound like a broken record at this point, because I just keep telling you the same things over and over again, but there's that one. And the last one I have for contour is the Park Avenue Princess by Tarte. This one's really good because it has a lot of shades. Like, it's a good one. Like, if you have like a kit, then this might be a good one for your kit. It doesn't have anything super deep. I guess Crown's kind of deep, but I think you probably need something deeper than that too in your makeup bag, but if you're gonna do like a kit. But I think it's a really good option. It has a lot of colors. I think it's really pretty. It looks good on the skin. This is also something that, like, if you forgot your eyeshadow palette, you could definitely get a look out of this, because it has so many different options. And yeah, I like this one. It's not my absolute favorite, but I like it. Bronzer. So bronzer, first one is this. This is by Ciate London. This is the Bamboo Bronzer in the shade Palm Island. When I first saw this is fairly new to me. When I first saw this, I was like, that's gonna be way too warm, way too orangey for me. It's not gonna work. It's so pretty, you guys. Like, it's so soft, and it just looks natural on the skin. And it's like, it has like a slight shimmer to it in the pan. When you blend it out, you don't see it at all. Sometimes shimmers in products actually help blend things, which is why they add them. But I just love this. It's not too orangey, it's not too dark, it's not too muddy. It just looks like the perfect color all over the face. And it's like a buildable bronzer, so it doesn't come out like super intense at first. You have to build it, which I prefer. This one, you guys have heard me talk about this in a million favorites, I'm sure. And this is the Milani Silky Matte in the shade 01 Sunlight. It literally looks like I've never used this. And I have used this thing to death. Like, so many times I have used this and it still looks brand new. It's crazy, but it smells good. But this one has like the perfect undertone to it too. Like, they're definitely very different. These two are very different looking, but this one, love this. This is probably my favorite bronzer. It's not the one I'm wearing today though. We'll get to that one. But I don't even know what to say about this because I feel like I'm a broken record with this bronzer at this point because I've said it so many times, but it legitimately is a silky matte bronzer. Like, it mattifies your skin so nicely, but it looks silky smooth on the skin, and it has like an amazing undertone. Let me just swatch these two for you so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, this one's almost getting too hard. I think I need a new one, honestly, but yeah, there's that. And then versus the Ciate one, like, see the difference in the two? There is a difference. There really is. They're both so soft and so light that it just works, and they look so pretty on the skin. And yes, I have swatches from my eyeshadow palette on my hand still. Let me try to get those off. But I highly recommend both of those. My next one is kind of a segue into the next category because it is a duo and it is what I'm wearing today. But I love this, you guys. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics duo in the shade Pink Me Up and Oh Honey. This is the lightest shade in the collection. I want all of them. Like, I'm not even joking. I want them all. It's so pretty. I don't love the packaging just because it's like, it's big and bulky. Like, it really is. But these shades are so good. I'm wearing the blush and the bronzer today, and I think they're just so soft, so buildable, so powdery, but not like in a bad way. Powdery is not a good word to say, but they're so light and so soft. Like, you can barely see that, but when you build them up, so good. I love them. Like, if you like the bronzer and blush I'm wearing today, this is it. Love these. I seriously want like every color of this, but I don't think my drawers can fit all these, but we'll make it work. So segueing into my blushes, the other blush I have is by Patrick Ta. This one is an intense one. This is the shade She's Passionate. She bright, but this is like a coral blush. I don't know why I'm smelling this. It doesn't smell, but this is one of the softest blushes I've ever felt in my life. It's so soft and it just blends so effortlessly. You can get a little intense with these though. When you put this on a brush, it is definitely more pigmented. Like, you definitely can get out of control with this very quickly. But these are just so pretty. Like, I love these. I'm gonna say these are so pretty so many times, but love that. My favorite blush formula, if you are new to this channel, then you don't know this, but if you're not, you definitely know this. I love this. I cannot say enough good things about Lingerie Beauty, you guys. Like, I freaking love Lingerie Beauty, but the Moon Brisbane blush, which, speaking of Sailor Moon, it's, first of all, this packaging, stunning. Second of all, the shades in here, stunning. I usually use these three. Like, I use Stargaze, Soleil, and Pink Moon, and I just kind of like go dip and just kind of like blend them all together. I kind of stay away from these two. I feel like I could probably use Gravity as a bronzer. I just haven't tried. I don't know. That one's probably too dark for me, but I tend to stay away from those two, but I use these four a lot. Even this one, sometimes I'm like, I'm gonna avoid, but so pretty. Again, if you're someone who has a kit, buy this, put it in your kit. Because these blushes literally could work for every skin tone, from the lightest to the darkest skin tone ever. They're so pretty. They're just, they're so pretty. They blend so well. And they look so good on the skin. I wear these a lot, like a lot. What's next? Highlight. So, first highlight is the one I'm wearing, and it is this one. This is the Ofra Cosmetics and Madison Miller collab in the shade Moon Dance. I love every Ofra highlight there is, but this one's my favorite. I think I only have like 2 or 3, but so good. They're so intense. They just blend very easily. They look wet on the skin, but they're intense. Like, you can definitely go overboard with these very quickly, but I love them nonetheless. They just look super good on the skin. Next is more Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is limited edition and you can't get this anymore, but you can get all of these shades in singles, which is why I still included it. This is the Flash palette. There are the shades Gleam and Sparks are the two that I wear all the time. I kind of just mix them together. They're so pretty. So, so pretty. And then there's also Iced and Mesmerized, which look like these. So you can literally, oh, so good. They're just so intense and buttery and smooth, and they look wet on the skin. Like, I like a good wet highlight. Like, I don't want it to look like I'm wearing like glitter balm on my face. I want it to look wet and shiny and pretty, and these do that amazingly. So you can get all of those in singles. Unfortunately, this palette is no longer available, but you can get it on like Mercari or eBay or something if you really want it. Otherwise, they do have singles. I kind of want to pick up the singles, not gonna lie, just because traveling with that sometimes kind of sucks, which I don't really travel anymore, but my anniversary is in October and we're gonna try to do something for that, so maybe before October I'll pick some up. And the last highlight is gonna come no surprise to you. This is limited edition. You cannot get this anymore, but they do have the same formula, just in other shades. But I had to put this one in here. I'm so sorry, you guys, but I had to because it's my favorite. Like this shade right here called Medusa. This is my favorite highlight in the world. Like, I freaking love this highlight. I wear it so much, it's ridiculous, but it's just the perfect color for me. It's like a champagne gold and white color. Like, this swatch just tells you everything you need to know. It's so pretty. I love it so much. Like, the fact that this was limited edition breaks my heart in millions of pieces because I want it again. Like, I would repurchase that if you brought it back out, honestly. Highlight, we move on to brows. I have 3 brow products, technically 4 because one's a gel. Let's just get that out of the way. I don't have like an eyebrow gel that like blows my mind. It's like better than every other brow gel I've tested ever in my life, but this is the one that I tend to reach for the most. So I just threw one in here to talk about, but it's the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. It's good. It keeps my brows in place and like it looks fine. I don't like tinted brow gels. I only go for clear usually, so I don't know. I don't have one that's like mind-blowing. If you guys have a favorite eyebrow gel that you think would change my life, let me know. But I don't have one that's amazing. Next, Hourglass. This is the Hourglass Pencil, the Arch Micro Brow Sculpting Pencil. Mine's in the shade Dark Brunette. This is amazing. It's so good for like fine details, but it's like oval shaped. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that at all, but can you see that? No, you really can't, but it's like oval shaped and it just gets in there so nicely, and it's such a good color match. And I love it so much. I'm not someone that ever liked brow pencils. Like, I hated them for the longest time until the ColourPop Brow Boss. That's still my favorite brow pencil, but I do not have it right now, and it's no longer on ColourPop's website, so I think it might be discontinued, which really sucks, but I really like this one too. The other one I really like is the one I'm wearing today, and this is by Fenty Beauty. This is the Brow MVP in the shade Dark Brown. The spoolie on here, wrong end, was weird to me at first. Like, it's like just a brush. And I was like, what am I supposed to do with that? But it really works. Like, it just brushes nicely and lays my hairs down all nice, and I like it. It's a good color match again, and I think it looks nice. It looks like actual brow hairs instead of Sharpie brow like I normally do. But yeah. And the last brow product I have is by Iconic London. This is the brow cushion. I had to throw this in here. I never really use this anymore, but I had to talk about it just because it's like, it smells weird first of all, but it's like one of my favorite brow products. Like, I used to use this religiously. It looks good. They definitely give you a little bit of a Sharpie brow, but you know, if you've been on my channel for longer than a day, yeah, I used to have some Sharpie brows. I still do sometimes. I mean, they're not like the most natural looking brow now, but you know, they used to be worse. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about eyeshadow. I kind of want to save eyeshadow just because palettes, but let's do eyeliner. So what I did for eyeliner was I got one of like every type of eyeliner. So my favorite potted eyeliner is from Pretty Vulgar. This is the Ink, the Blacklist eyeliner. I don't know why I keep smelling everything, but this is just a really good just look into this black hole of nothingness. This is just a really good like ink liner that you use with a brush. It looks really nice. It's super easy to use. It's really creamy. Yeah, like the smallest bit goes the longest way. Like it's so black and it's so good, and I just really, really like this. I need to use it more, but I like it a lot. I just wasted a brow or a makeup brush to show you that, but whatever. Let me clean my hand off real quick. My favorite liquid liner for the lovely little cat eye is by Il Makiage. This is the ink liner in the shade Black. Balm. Better than KVD. I'm gonna say it right now. Love this thing. Makes cat eyes super easy. Does not smudge, does not bleed. It's super black. Amazing. Love it. Need it in my life. And my favorite waterline my favorite waterline eyeliner is this one. This is a brown one, and it is a pencil, which is both shocking for me because I usually only wear black eyeliner, but I've been on a brown eyeliner kick here lately, and that is the One Size Point Made liner in the shade Busty Brown. I really like this. I use it a lot, like a lot, and it's just a really pretty color. And I think it like makes my green eyes like more green than they do when I put like black eyeliner on. Yeah, I like it. I usually don't go for pencil eyeliners because I tend to like the retractable ones better. I still would prefer if that one was retractable, but something about the formula is just really good. Mascaras. I have this one. This is a new one to me, but it's so good. First of all, the packaging is amazing. It's super heavy, but like weighted nicely. It's by Victoria Beckham. It is the Future Lash. I've worn this in a couple videos here lately. Like you've seen me apply it lately. And it's just a really good mascara. Like the wand, when I first saw it, I was like, it's gonna be a whatever mascara. But it just gives you a really good like curl and a really good length. And it just looks like very natural, but like it's like a Your Lash but better kind of mascara, if that makes sense. But I really like this. I don't know what it is about it that makes me really like it, but I really, really like this one. It's a good contender for my top spot, but didn't take the top spot, but it's a good contender. Unfortunately, all my mascaras that I chose are high-end. I don't have a drugstore mascara that I love. I need to find one. I only use cruelty-free products, so I used to love like every Maybelline mascara ever, but they're not cruelty-free, so try to find like a good CoverGirl one. I used to love the Wet n Wild one, but again, not cruelty-free. We're getting off on a tangent, I'm sorry. Next one is Wander Beauty. This is the Mile High Club Volume and Length Mascara. I freaking love this. No one talks about this, and there should be. Like, it's so good. I think I'm gonna make a video, like products that no one's talking about. I think I'm gonna do that because there's so many that I love that no one talks about. This one's really good. It just gives your lashes like the best curl ever. I wouldn't say it's the most like, it doesn't like spread your lashes out the most intensely. Like it's not the most volumizing mascara I've ever tried, but curl wise, yes, 100 times yes. I love this. And the coveted top spot of my mascaras is still and probably forever will be the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Freaking love this. Wear it all the time. Wearing it today. It just gives me a good length, a good curl, a good volume. It's my favorite. Nothing has beaten it yet. I want something to beat it. I so do. Like I want a drugstore mascara that's better than that one. But it just has not happened for me yet. I'm on the hunt though, you guys. After mascaras, we'll move on to lips. So lip liners was kind of a hard category for me because I don't wear a ton of lip liner. Like I've been trying to wear it more lately. I am wearing one today, which is this one, which is definitely my favorite of the three. But I feel like it gives me like a Brat Stall vibes is the color it gives me, which I have a liquid lip on top, but this one by Nyx Cosmetics is so good. This is in the shade Crush. I love this color, first of all. Like, I tend to put this all over my lips just because it's such a pretty color. Like, I love it. The shape of it's like a triangle, which at first I thought was super weird, but it's like the perfect lip liner shape because you can definitely get like the curves of your lips and then you can fill it in too without it being like the tiniest little pencil that you have to sit there and fill out forever. But wow. I love this, love this, love this. I wear it a lot. And it's retractable, which I appreciate. The other two I have to talk about are this one called Be Peachy by Ace Beauty. It's right there. It's a really pretty shade. It's just super creamy. This one is retractable as well, which I love, but it's just super creamy and it glides on the lips very nicely, and I like the way it looks. So there's that one. And the last one is the I Am Confident by Real Her. And that, again, is retractable. These are all very similar color-wise, but it's this one here. Again, creamy, looks nice, easy to use. That's my requirements for lip liners, if they're creamy and they don't budge. Lips. Let's talk about lipsticks. This one, this is by e.l.f. This is the Seriously Satin in the shade Cream. These are $3 out at Walmart or your local drugstore, and I love the shade. It smells like Crayola though, but I love the shade. It's like my go-to, just need to throw a little bit of color on my lips and run out the door. This one, go-to. I also like to put it in like the center of a lip look to like brighten it, but I love this. Let's swatch these for you. Why not? Right there. The next one I have is by Nyx Cosmetics. This is the shade Honeymoon. Yeah, Honeymoon. I have worn this so many times. It's just like that perfect gray undertone that's just so good. It's matte. It lasts all day. It blends nicely. I'm not going to say all day because it is a lipstick, but it lasts a good amount of hours for a lipstick, and I just love it so much. My favorite, still my favorite. If you guys watched my ranking my lipstick formulas video, this was top then and it's top now. This is by Belle and Argent. This is in the shade 3 Plays. It's like the love child of these two. It's got more of a pinky undertone than the NYX one, but it's more of a warm undertone than the e.l.f. one. It's my perfect lip color. I love the packaging. It stays on beautifully. It's creamy. It's gorgeous. Love. It is pricey, but I love. I do want to try other shades in that formula too because I just like it so much. Liquid lips. Here we've got the influencer brands because they're all influencers. Lunar Beauty, this one here. This is the shade Daydream. This is my favorite of the liquid lips he has, but I love all of his liquid lips. First of all, they smell amazing. Second of all, gorgeous. These do not dry down matte, so they are still movable, so they don't last as long as like other liquid lips do, but they just look gorgeous on the lips. They don't make you feel like your lips hurts. They don't dry your lips out. They just look good and feel good, and they last a good amount of time. This is the one I'm wearing on top of the this is Lauralee, on top of the Dominique Cosmetics. This is the shade Topless by Lauralee Los Angeles. I've used this to death, like I need a new one, but this one is here. It's more of a moussey formula, and this one does dry down, so this one does feel a little bit like more like sticky than the Milani one does, but it lasts all day. It looks good. I don't have to worry about this budging. I can drink things, eat things, do whatever I need to do, and it stays. Again, I love all of the Lauralee Los Angeles liquid lips. Last one, and my favorite, is Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is the shade Mannequin. Smells like root beer. Smells so good. Here. These three look amazing together too, I'm just saying, but these are great. Like, these do not budge and they do not hurt your lips at all. I literally wore one of his liquid lips through Thanksgiving dinner and it was still there. Like, they're intense, but they don't hurt. They don't feel crusty and gross and like bleh on your lips. Those are good. Those are great. Those are definitely my, like, if you come to me and you're like, what liquid lip do I need? Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Okay, lip gloss. Lip gloss is something newer to me. I do have an honorable mention too, but Fenty Beauty Gloss Balm. This is in the shade Diamond Milk. I think they're called gloss bombs, yeah. Smells so good. It smells so pretty. This is definitely my least used of my favorites, but it's so good. Like, it just looks like glass on your lips and I love it so much. It does have a slight glitter to it, but it is a pretty one. Next one is by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I'm just looking now and noticing how similar these look. This is the shade Iced Cold. But yeah, they don't look the same when swatched. Like it's got like a pink duochrome shift to it. I love this one. It smells so good. One smells like white chocolate kind of, but love that. And my favorite lip gloss formula is by Eyeliner Beauty. This is the shade Moon. This is my favorite lip gloss. This one is got like a nude tone to it. And I wear this over like every nude lip ever. And I love it so much. I don't wear lip gloss all the time, but these are good contenders. Like my lip gloss drawer is not very full. I said I had an honorable mention for that because I just tried these out today. So I didn't want to like say they take the place of anything yet. But I did really, really like them. They're by Laura Lee Los Angeles. They're her brand new formula from the Candy Skies collection. They're really good. They're just like clear. Like this one's clear with a slight glitter to it, and this one's clear with like a slight pink tinge to it. Like they're not super pigmented. They're barely pigmented, but I love them. They're very soft and very nice. So honorable mention there are those. Oh goodness, what's left? Setting spray and eyeshadow palettes. Let's do setting spray first. This guy. This is by Glow Recipe. I've obviously used this so much. This I use not like your traditional setting spray though. I use this after I'll do foundation, concealer, powder. Spray this all over my face. Let it set for a second so that the powder kind of sinks in. Then I do my contour, bronzer, blush. Spray this again and then highlight. Just because it gives like your highlight more intenseness. Like it just makes it look wetter and nicer, and it just makes your makeup kind of like melt into the skin. Like it makes it look more like real makeup, that one. I don't know that it helps with the longevity of makeup at all, but it just makes your skin look like skin. The two that I use to make my makeup last are these. This one's by Tarte. This is the Stay Spray. Super good, makes my makeup last amazingly, love it. Even more than that one is the KVD Locket. This one lasts forever. Like this is not gonna budge. Like you use this and that Fenty powder and you were good to go for hours. But this one makes my makeup last. The mist on it is amazing. Like let me just. I love this stuff. Has like the best mist ever, and it's just so good. If you need a setting spray and you're like, what do I need? This one. Okay, so we are down to my last category, which is eyeshadow palettes, which I cheated a little bit on, and I don't care. So my first and top eyeshadow pick is this one palette. There's two here. But these are the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe collab palettes. I freaking adore these. I'm not choosing between them because this is my video and you can't make me, but I love them. This is volume 1 and volume 2. The volume 1 is the very original volume 1 that I have. Like this isn't the repackaged one. This is the one that doesn't have the names on it. And as you can tell, it's pretty beat up. I've used this to death like so many times. I freaking love it. I wore this on my wedding day. I will never ever get rid of this palette. Like this has like sentimental feelings to me, as well as I just love the actual palette. I stuck that in my lips, so fun times. But love this palette. Super amazing. It's buttery, it's smooth, it blends amazingly, it looks gorgeous. Like I love it. Same with this one. This is the volume 2. This is the like repackaged stuff. Like, well, this is the original packaging this one came in, but this one has the names on it. I do kind of want to get another one of the volume 1 so I can kind of retire this one because I've used it so much and I don't want anything to happen to it, but I will probably do that sometime. But this one is like her fun older sister. Like it's got the pops of color and the prettiness, and this is my favorite formula of all time. Like I don't love Morphe shadows normally, but these two and the collab they did with Jeffree Star, love. Like I don't own a Morphe palette that isn't a collab, because I feel like their normal palettes are not great, but for some reason that Jaclyn Hill one and that Jeffree Star one, amazing. Speaking of Jeffree Star, this one. This is the Blue Blood. I love all of Jeffree Star Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes, and I would keep them all. But if I had to choose one, I love the Alien one, but that one was discontinued, so I chose this one. But This is the Blue Bloods. This one's so good. Like, when I first got this, I was like, realistically, how much am I going to wear an all blue eyeshadow palette? More than you would think. Like, I wear this a lot, and I love it. It's just so pretty. This mint tea shade. Come on. Come on. Like, it's gorgeous, and I love it. And his formula is just one of the best. Like, his formula and Lunar Beauty's formula are my favorites. Like, I don't know which one I like more. I don't know. I can't pick because obviously my other one is a Lunar Beauty one. Again, love Lunar Beauty, would keep all of them if I could, but this is the one I chose if I could only keep one, which would be the, what is this called? Moonspell. I chose this one because the green is my favorite color, so there's a whole roll of greens. Purples are my favorite colors, so on my lid there's a whole roll of purple, and then there's a whole row of neutral shades. So I feel like I could get a lot of use out of this palette. And yeah, that's it, you guys. That's my top 3 of everything video. Let me know your top 3. Like, obviously you don't have to put your top 3 of everything because that would be a very long comment, but like your top 3 eyeshadows or your top 3 liquid lips or whatever your favorite makeup category is, let me know your top 3 of those. If you have an eyebrow gel recommendation, also tell me that. But that's everything. Don't forget to like this very long video before you go, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more of my future videos. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.